Hello students, welcome. This is Dr. Mercado. This is going to be the course orientation part 1 video for the fall 2023 term. Now there are 3 orientation videos I am needing for you to listen and watch. This is the first part, and then I'll introduce what is going to be coming up in the other 2 videos shortly. Okay, I want to welcome you all to our fall semester. I hope all of you are well rested and ready to get started. Okay, so in this particular orientation video, part 1, I basically just provide a short overview about a little history about myself and some of the general course expectations. Okay, so let's get started. I don't want to take too much of your time because I know all of you are very busy. Okay, so now this course orientation is for all of my classes. What you have on your screen is the courses that I am scheduled to teach for the fall semester. Now things can change last minute, but this is what I have been assigned to teach. I will be having online classes as well as hybrid classes as well as traditional face-to-face classes. So I have a combination. Just like you, I am going to be having a very busy semester. Now the courses I am going to be teaching this fall semester include Introduction to Accounting 1, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting, Principles of Financial Accounting, and Computerized Accounting Applications in different modalities. Okay, I will be having hybrid classes. For my hybrid classes, we are going to be meeting face-to-face once a week. And then I will have one traditional class, which is my Payroll and Business Tax Accounting, which for that class we are going to be meeting twice a week, and I forgot to enter that information there. But we are going to be meeting Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 3:45 p.m. Okay, so this is just a general overview. That way you can see the different classes that I do have and I'm offering. Okay. Now, for my online classes, the courses are asynchronous courses. What does that mean, Dr. Mercado? That means that we will not attend class at a set time or place. Rather, students are going to be provided with the necessary resources for a specific week. They're going to be provided with lectures. They're going to be provided with assignments that they need to complete on their own. Okay. The reason I do my courses asynchronous is because students decided to take online classes for a reason. Okay, either they have a hectic work schedule, they have children, they have sick parents or elderly parents that they take care of, or they have a combination of those things. Okay, so it is very difficult to come across a date and time that works for all of us. Okay, so if you're doing these classes, you're basically kind of like on your own, but you're really not. Okay, because if you ever need anything, I'm here for you. But I do provide all of the resources, and you work on the tasks that are assigned for the week at your own pace. Okay. So I will be providing all of the pre-recorded lectures, if any digital curriculum materials, and anything that you need, you're gonna find, and I'll explain that in the second part of the orientation. You'll find everything in Blackboard. I provide everything in content folders. It's gonna be very easy for you to find. Okay. Typically, students attend classes within a set window. Okay. You will be provided with everything for that week, but you are not tasked to complete specific items during specific days. You have the entire week to complete them. As long as you complete the task within the allotted time frame, you should be good. Okay, so I've had students tell me, Miss, I work Monday through Friday. I'm going to be doing most of my homework or my assignments on the weekend. Okay, that is perfectly fine with me. Now, the only situation is that I am available for students Monday through Friday. Okay, if you're working on your assignments on the weekend and you have questions, I will not be able to answer those questions for you to be able to complete your assignments. I can answer the questions on Monday that we return, but by that time it'll be too late. You should have submitted your assignments by Sunday. Okay, so my recommendation is always to try to complete your assignments during the week. That way, if you have questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of me and I can address them, and you can move on with your assignments. Okay, but students have control of when they complete their assignments during the specified windows. Now, there are some pros and some cons to having asynchronous courses. Okay, so some pros are that asynchronous courses provide flexibility. Okay, Students can engage in the course whenever they have time, whenever they want, either early in the morning, during their lunch hours, at night, whatever works for your schedule. Okay. And this is good for individuals that have demanding circumstances, whether it be, like I stated, work, children, aging parents, spouses, whatever the case might be. Okay. This allows all of the students to have the same opportunities to complete all of their assignments within the same period of time and without me requiring you to be present at specific dates or times. Okay. Now, there are some cons. Some students feel, it's not really a class environment. If you like working alone, doing your task at your own pace, then online classes are for you. If you are a student that needs constant redirection, that needs constant reminders, that needs constant review of the actual material, you need a traditional class. That's my recommendation. If you're a student that needs a lot of instructional contact with your professor, then my recommendation is you transition to a more traditional setting. Okay. There's not a lot of live interaction. Students can always call me, stop by during my office hours, send me a message. I am very available to students, but you do need to reach out. Okay, I'm not going to be reaching out to you. The only times I do reach out to students is when we do our progress service. If students are failing or falling behind, I do flag you. That way you all can initiate contact with me, okay? But it is a student's responsibility to keep up with their assignments and reach out to me if they have questions or concerns, okay? Now, having online classes that are asynchronous does require students to have a higher level of personal accountability, responsibility, time management. Okay, students need to have a system in place to make sure that they're able to complete all of their coursework on time. Okay, if a course requires group work or group projects, scheduling and collaborating with other students may become an issue, but I have not had that happen because thanks to technology, there's just so many ways we can communicate. Students create WhatsApp groups, they do chats, they do FaceTimes, they do all of these cool things that now, the younger people that are more advanced with technology can do. So I haven't had any issues to where students don't communicate well with others. And I always give students enough time to get to know their classmates, their group members, and be able to establish that communication with others in class. Okay. Now, having said that, this being an asynchronous course where we will not be meeting on specific dates and times, I do not want you to feel that you are alone, that I just gave you the assignments and the work and that's it. No. If you have questions, concerns, like I said, I am here to assist you and guide you, okay? Now, I've had situations where students says, Miss, I'm taking your Principles of Financial Accounting class and I'm struggling. If I have space in my face-to-face class, I invite students over. You know what? If you're struggling, you can come over to my traditional class. That way you can see how my traditional class plays out, okay? And if you want to come, that's fine. And I've had situations where that works well for students. When they're able to make it, they attend my face-to-face class, or if they know they're not doing well in a specific area or subject, they go ahead and do that. Okay, but for the most part, you are going to be having your weekly assignments. All of the resources are provided to you, and you work on them on your own time during the allotted time frame. Now, like I stated, there will be 3 videos for the orientation. The first part is what you're listening to right now. It's just a quick overview of what to expect. The different items that are going to be covered in each of the orientation videos. That is the first part. The second part is going to be dealing with Blackboard. Just a quick overview of the layout of my courses in Blackboard, how to navigate, where to start, how to access links, stuff of that nature will be covered in part 2. And then part 3 is more specific. I will have 2 separate videos for the part 3. For those students using Cengage, I will have a video for Cengage, and I have 1 class. Anybody taking my Accounting 1413, Computerized Accounting Applications, that course, only Accounting 1413, we use SimNet, okay? So for all of my other classes, whether it be Introduction to Accounting, Payroll, or Financial Accounting, we will be using Cengage, okay? The only one we will be using SimNet for is for our Computerized Accounting Applications course. But I will have two separate courses, and those courses are specific to identifying what the different softwares are, how to use them, how to navigate, how to access your assignments, your gradebooks, etc. Okay? So there will be three videos. The first one's the general video. The second one deals with Blackboard, and then the third one deals with the actual learning platform, whether it be Cengage or SimNet. Okay, and I will have those available to you in your Blackboard shell in your course. Okay, so if it's a SimNet course, you're going to have a video for SimNet. If it's a Cengage course, you will have the third video for Cengage. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I am Dr. Mercado. I have been a full-time instructor at STC since the fall of 2014. I love being here. I love teaching. I like meeting new students every semester. I like seeing them grow. I like seeing them get a job, get a career, do things that they love. It really motivates me to do what I do. Okay. My education, I started here at South Texas Community College back in 2001, so I'm not very different from you. I started back in the day with an trying to complete an accounting clerk certificate. I was not sure if I could make it to college. I'm the first one in my family to go to college, so it was kind of like getting my feet wet. I did pretty well. I moved on to getting my Associates of Arts in Business Administration in 2004. I then transferred over to Pan American, Texas Pan American. I got my bachelor's in accounting in 2006. Then I got my master's in accountancy in 2013. Then I got my doctorate of philosophy in business administration with specialization in organizational leadership in 2020. Okay. Now during all of this time, I was working full time. I've got 4 kiddos. I had a very busy life. Okay. So I know there will be challenges. I know it will be difficult sometimes having to work all day, get home, cook dinner, take care of your kids. Okay, I've been there and I've done that. Okay, and I know how it feels, but I also know it is not impossible if you really want it. Okay, now I've had students say, Miss, I can't handle it. Okay, my recommendation is if you're feeling overwhelmed, that is perfectly normal. Okay, instead of taking 4 classes, take 2, take 1. Okay, just don't stop. Okay, it's very important that you keep going. If you need a break, that's fine. Take a class, get a short break, and then regroup, refocus, and then come back at the next semester and give it another try. Okay, full term. Okay, take it as you need. Okay, STC or college or universities, we work with you. Okay, we go based on how fast or what your possibilities are. Okay. Aside from teaching, I do have over 13 years of experience in the banking sector with emphasis in accounting and operations. The last position I held was I was a vice president. I was an operations project manager. Before that, I was a senior accountant. I was an administrative officer. So I have held positions where I am responsible for hiring, for firing, for promoting, for leading, for I have supervisor experience in several areas, so I do have work experience. Okay, I then transitioned from banking over to teaching, and it's I've learned a lot here. I am not only an instructor, I've also held positions as an assistant chair. I participate in different committees. I'm very involved with the college, and I really enjoy what I do. Okay, I am available to you. Whatever you need, I am here for you, and I will try to help you out as much as I can. Okay. Now, let's get to our weekly test. Okay. It is very important that all of the students, and I know nowadays students don't like paper, but my recommendation is you create a folder for my class. Okay. In that folder, you stick the syllabus. Okay. Refer to your syllabus. Your syllabus is basically going to state everything that needs to happen every single week. Now, I will post reminders in Blackboard. Everything is there. But I think just knowing or having it, or what I would do, this is what I do in my real world, when I was a student, I would transfer the syllabus to my phone. Okay, everything, I would put it into my phone. Okay, homework 1 is due on this date. Quiz 1 is due on this date. That way I have everything in a centralized location. That way I don't miss anything. Okay, whatever your organization method is, that is fine with me. Just make sure that you know when everything is due, because I don't give extensions. Okay, we are all adults and we need to keep up with deadlines. Okay, so make sure that you review your syllabus and that you are aware of all of the content that will be covered for each specific week. Okay, all of the resources are available in Blackboard. Organize your time each week to make sure that you have enough time set aside to complete all of your assignments. Okay, before you attempt any of your assignments, please read. And I know students do not like to read, but reading is critical. You will not be able to understand the material unless you read. Okay, so make sure that you read the assigned chapter before you begin working on any of your assignments. There's PowerPoints uploaded weekly for the specific chapters covered. Download those PowerPoints, go over them, use them to take notes. They have very useful information. If I provide lectures, they will be available to you in Blackboard. I don't provide lectures for all of my courses. The only course that so far that I have not added any lectures to is my computerized accounting applications course, but because that course already has a lot of videos embedded within the actual reading of the assignment. Okay, so that is a completely different course. It's not learning how to do accounting. That course is learning how to use Excel. So it's very different than the other accounting courses that I teach. If you're in my introduction to accounting, my financial accounting, my payroll, we are doing a lot of problem solving. You will have videos from me, okay, and those courses, because we are solving problems. Okay, so make sure that you are in the lookout for those videos in Blackboard, and I will cover that once we get to the second part of the orientation. Okay, do not procrastinate. Do not leave your assignments for Sunday. Okay, please work on your assignments during the week. That way you have enough time to complete it. Okay, do not fall behind. Okay, do not fall behind from the beginning, because then it's going to be very difficult for you to catch up. Okay, whatever you miss, you will not be able to remake or catch up. So it's very important that you always work from day number 1. You start working on your assignments. Now, I understand things in life happen. Okay, if you encounter any type of an emergency that's going to prevent you from meeting assignment deadlines, please let me know what's going on so I can work with you one-on-one and we can create a game plan to get you back on track. Okay, now, an emergency is a situation out of your control. Okay, this is if you have a car accident. This is if you have a child that is sick. This is if you're sick, you're in the hospital. Okay, an emergency is not that you have a lot of work at work. Okay, that you had to work overtime. That is not an emergency. Okay, it has to be something to where, you know what, I've had situations where my son or my mother passed away, or, you know what, miss, I'm having a scheduled surgery. Can I work with you so we can figure out, this is my surgery date. Can I get ahead or can I catch up later? Yes, I will work with you in those situations. Okay, but you forgetting to do your assignments, you not being able to properly organize your time is not an emergency. Okay, so be very careful and make sure you establish and organize your time for the week. Okay, now, for my online classes or for anyone, okay, whether it be a regular class, a traditional class, a hybrid class, or an online class, I am available to my students. If you have questions, please feel free to contact me. The preferred method of communication is Blackboard messages. That way I have all of my communication within the actual course. If you need to speak with me outside of my office hours don't work for you for any reason, let me know, and that way we can see when we can see each other. I have 3 face-to-face classes that I meet with, so I do have a pretty busy schedule, and I do have 5 online classes, and responding to all of those emails and questions and all of that takes a lot of time. Okay, but if you need to see me outside of my scheduled office hours, send me a Blackboard message and we will figure something out. Okay, my fall 2023 office hours are Tuesdays from 9 to 10 a.m., Wednesdays from 10 to 12, and Thursdays from 12 to 2. Okay, so that is the way. If you need to contact me, if you have questions, if you need anything, those are my office hours. You can stop by. My office is at the Pecan campus. If you want to stop by, or if you can call me, call my office during those hours. Those will basically be the only times I will be in my office. Outside of those office hours, you will not find me in my office. I'd either be teaching or I work from home the other days for my online classes, okay? Very important, I don't grant extensions to complete assignments. All assignments are due on the designated due dates. We need to learn to be responsible and meet deadlines, okay? Keep up with your assignments. Maintaining communication with me is very important. Okay, I've had students come to me the last week of the semester. Miss, why didn't complete 10 of my assignments? Because I was sick. Okay, and I'm like, and why did you wait so long to tell me? It's the last week of the semester. There's no way you're gonna make it up. Okay, so don't wait. As soon as an event happens, let me know. That way I can be aware. Oh, you know what, the student is having situation, and I am keeping up with you, and we're in constant communication, because I'm not a mind reader. Okay, so if anything happens, please just communicate with me through any means, whether it be pronto message, email, Blackboard, a text message. You will find my contact information in my syllabus. I've included my cell phone number, everything. I have all of my availability I provide to my students. That way they can always reach out to me. Okay, so I'm looking forward to an awesome fall 2023 semester. This is just a quick overview of what to expect. The next orientation video, part 2, which deals with Blackboard, that is going to be more long, okay, a little bit more lengthy, because I'm going to go over the Blackboard setup. Okay, so please make sure that you listen to it carefully. That way you know where to locate the needed information. Okay, in week 1, I have a lot of students, Miss, I'm lost. Why are they lost? Because they have not listened to my videos. If they would have listened, they would have known where to locate the information. Okay, so please make sure to listen to the 3 videos posted for the orientation. And after you finish your 3 videos, then you can begin working on your week 1 assignments. Okay, so that is it. I look forward to a great semester, and please proceed to listening to part 2 of the orientation video. Thank you.